What's up, family? Man, I bless each and every one of you. Man, may God bless you. May God continue to guide you and comfort you and aid you in your growth and development, as well as the healing stages of your life. Family, we have to grow up. We have to grow up, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? I say it a lot, but man, I mean that. We have to grow up. Man, look at God. Look at God. Have you ever just wanted something or wanted somebody, and you wanted that thing bad? And it's like, man, I gotta have that. I gotta have that person. And then God don't give you what you want. You know what I mean? And you get pissed off and you start pouting and moping and crying and it's not fair and woo-doo-doo. You know what I mean? We just go through that little stupid shit. You know what I mean? I want this person. I want this thing. I want this, that. And we get so caught up in what we want that sometimes we forget to ask God, Source, Universe, the Most High, is this really what I need? Is this the person that I really need? Is this the person that's best for me? I want this job, but is this the best job for me at this time? I want to go do that, but is this the best thing for me to do at this time? See, we get so caught up in what we want. Sometimes we forget to see if it's in alignment with what our best interest is, what's in our greater good. Because we want it, we think we gotta have it, and man, I'm not hearing nothing else. Anything that tells me not to do this, even though I wanna do it, man, it's a distraction. It's the devil, you know what I mean? Something trying to take me off my path, something trying to take me off my purpose, because we get so fixated on what we want. We get so tunnel vision with what we want. Now, oftentimes we don't stop to consider if it's what I'm supposed to have, if it's who I'm supposed to have. There's been times in my life, maybe it's just me, there's been times in my life where I wanted something or wanted someone and I didn't get them, I didn't get it. And I was like, man, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Fuck is this shit, And a little while later, I see why I didn't get it. Or that person. And then at that point, it's like, oh my fucking God. Man, I dodged a motherfucking bullet. Oh my fucking God. I wanted this person right here, but this motherfucker crazy as fuck. You know what I mean? Oh my God. I wanted this person right here. I wanted this, I want to do this, I want to go here, whatever the case may be. And it didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen. It didn't even unfold. And you got kind of down and out about it. And then God show you later why. And then God give you what's in your best interest. God opens up an opportunity for you, what's in your best interest. And it's above and beyond what you had hoped for. It's above and beyond what you wanted. And so you're sitting there like, oh my fucking God. Man, I'm glad you didn't give me what I wanted. I'm glad you made me wait. I'm glad you told me no. Because what I got, that shit can't touch what I got. You know what I mean? At all. It's not even fucking close. Not even close. What I wanted, and now I'm sitting back like, why the fuck I want that? Why did I even want that shit? Why was I even trying to settle for that shit? What the fuck was going on with me? You know what I mean? What the fuck was I on to want that shit? And I'm not saying that that's not bad. You know what I mean? That's a bad thing. But it ain't for me. You know what I mean? It wasn't for me. And so many of us, if we're honest with ourselves, if we're honest, we could sit back and look over our life and think about people that we wanted, people that we were in love with, people that we were so attracted to. We couldn't do without them. So we thought. And then months later, year, 2 years later, we see that same person and it's like, oh my God, what the fuck happened to you? You know what I mean? And we don't say it, but we thinking it. It's like, oh shit, life ain't been good to you at all. Life is taking your ass through the fucking ringer. There's people we went to school with. When we graduated, it was like, oh my God, that person's da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da. And then 2 years later, 3 years later, it's like, oh fuck. It's like, I just saw you. What the hell happened? Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. You can't see everything. You don't know everything. Yes, you want this person, but you don't see the psychological damage this person's carrying. You don't see the trauma and the pain and the suffering this person's carrying. You think you know them. You don't know their brokenness. You don't know their pain. And oftentimes, when God doesn't give you what you want, it's because he's protecting you. But see, we got it all fucked up. In our mind, we think God's holding out. You know what I mean? God's reneging. God ain't giving me what I want. God's punishing me. And it's not that case. That's not the case. The reality is God's protecting your ignorant ass. God's looking out for you because he know what the fuck they got going on. He know the damage and the brokenness and the psychological issues that they got. And the truth be told, if he gave this person to you, y'all might end up killing each other. You know what I mean? Or beating the fuck out of each other and getting locked up. And so they look good. They talk good. The sex may be all that. Are you imagining the sex is going to be all that? But you don't see the pain and the suffering that's going to come with all of that. And so God has to protect you. God has to break your heart in order to preserve your motherfucking life. I'm going to say it again. Oftentimes, God has to break our hearts in order to preserve us. Oftentimes, God has to break our hearts in order to preserve our life. Catch that. You gotta catch that. He'll allow you to get your heart broke. He'll allow you to feel rejected and unwanted. Just so that you don't get caught up in some bullshit that you can't handle. He'll allow you to feel like you ain't shit and nobody wants you, nobody loves you, and woo-doo-doo. He'll allow you to feel all that shit to keep you out of that fucking hell that you can't handle. That hell that ain't meant for you. That's somebody else's motherfucking karma. That's somebody else's fucking issue that they gonna have to deal with for whatever reason. But God is like, nope. I know you want them. I know you looking at their ass. I know you looking at them titties and the lips and the pecs and the arms and all that. I know you looking at them and like, oh my God, what I would do with that and da-da-da-da. And God said you would commit fucking suicide fucking with that. God saying that they will fucking kill you or you will fucking kill them fucking with that right there. You can't handle that. You ain't ready for that. You don't need that. That's not the lesson you need to fucking go through. That's not the lesson you need in this motherfucking lifetime. Leave that shit alone. Let that be somebody else's shit. That's somebody else's motherfucking lesson. That's somebody else's hell. Look good. That's somebody else's hell. That's somebody else's torture. That's not meant for you. That's not yours. Leave it alone. Sometimes, because we ignorant, because we think we know it all, because we think we got this shit figured out, we'll do it anyways. And God is like, all right, motherfucker, I told you to leave a raggedy, ratchet ass alone, but you don't want to fucking listen? All right, bet. I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to preserve you. But because you don't want to fucking listen, because you so motherfucking hard-headed, do you? Do you? Don't come back to me screaming and crying and begging me to take this shit away. Don't come back to me asking me to forgive you and we'll do it. Nope. You want to do you? Fine. Go right on ahead, motherfucker. And when they stomping the fuck out of you, when they breaking your heart, when they give you AIDS, and when they give you da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da, and they're cheating on you and doing all the most, and they're robbing you, and when they're doing the most to you, don't come crying and talking about, God, I'm sorry, God, I don't know. Because I tried to tell you, ignorant, hard-headed, stubborn motherfucking ass, but you didn't want to fucking listen because you think you know every fucking thing. So now you're going to learn the motherfucking hard way. When I tell you no, I mean motherfucking no. Ain't no fucking maybe. Ain't no I'm going to do it anyways and God's going to look out for me. God's going to protect me and that. No, motherfucker, you want to do it? You want to go ahead and hook up with them? Go right on ahead and hook up with them. Go right on ahead and do what I told you not to do and see what fucking happens to you. I'm trying to give you better. I'm trying to give you what's in your best fucking interest. I'm trying to give you above and beyond all that you can imagine and hope for. But your ignorant ass want to settle for trash. Going right on ahead. You can't let Pookie go. Take your ass right on over to Pookie. And let Pookie get you strung out on fucking dope. Let Pookie turn your ass out and have you out there fucking hoeing and selling your shit. Go on right on ahead to Mary Jane and let her have you pulling out your motherfucking hair. Let her have you fucking questioning your fucking manhood. Whether or not your ass is fucking going insane. We got to grow the fuck up. And we got to learn to trust God, the Most High. You know what I mean? We got to learn to trust the process. It's not easy. Oftentimes, it's not even fucking fun. You know what I mean? It ain't fun trusting the process. But when you grow up emotionally and spiritually, and you get to a place of, man, I can't keep starting over. I can't keep going through this bullshit. I'm not going to keep going through this fucking bullshit. Man, my peace of mind, my joy becomes far more important than anything else. My peace of mind, my joy becomes far more important than anyone else. You have to learn to trust the process. And you have to understand that sometimes God is going to tell you no. Not because he's mad at you. Not because he hates you. Not because he don't want you to have fun. Not because he just wants you to be lonely for the rest of your fucking life. Oftentimes God's going to tell you no because he's protecting you. He's looking out for you. Even when you don't see it. Even when you don't understand it. hope and pray that it says something to encourage you, to inspire you, to challenge your way of thinking. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.